For Duke, very important. They're shooting 35% overall from the field, but they've got 6 offensive rebounds and 7 second chance points on those offensive rebounds. Now they've got 7 offensive rebounds.
Marshall Plumlee has come in for the first time for Duke.
Shooting poorly, but nevertheless a second chance opportunity are keeping them tied.
Sometimes your best offense is an offensive rebound putback, or for Duke's sake, a 3-point opportunity.
Get another chance, you're right. Parker's on the side. Suleiman's up top with Cook. Plumlee the screen. Corsi with the bump. Shot clock is at 5. Suleiman.
Many North Carolina teams, but Reggie, you got the answer.
Well,
Duke, Carolina,
and NC Central.
and North Carolina Central.
There we go.
Right down the road. Congratulations to LaVelle Moulton and his squad. More and more confident because they now are being aggressive to the basket. They're not settling for jumpers.
Jefferson remains in with the 3 fouls. Suleiman. He bumps into the defense. Mercer's on an 11-2 run right now. Biggest lead of the game.
And how about Mercer now starting to get to those and close to those 3-point shooters as Thornton knocks down a long run.
15-3 Mercer run. Half minute to go.
Challenge, but don't foul.
Parker. And a timeout.
So beat us off the bounce. We're not going to let you stay and shoot that stationary 3. He finally gets an open look.
Parker misses the 3. Cook with the offensive rebound.
Oh, they get another one.
Hood hits it.
I don't think, has he taken more than 1 shot today?
Harris today 0 for 3.
0 for 3, not really.
0 for 2 on 3-pointers.
He's got to look to shoot the ball more. He's a good shooter. I love watching them play defense. See the concentration, the focus in each player. Watch the ball there, man.
Parker step back 3 to tie the game.
Maybe profanity of some kind, because we didn't even see a confrontation between the two.
I think the gang in the truck, they've got a replay, and we're going to have it for you at the next whistle.
Big possession right here.
Dawkins for 3.
And that's what he to really make Parker have to play defense. We're about a little bit on the defensive end.
The only lead of the game for Duke was at 2-0. But they've got it again thanks to Parker. Plumlee's back into the game now for Duke for the first time here in the second half.
Well, Plumlee will set some big screens. He'll use that body. He's a space eater.
Set one for Dawkins, who gets the bounce. The matchup you have might be more important than whether you're a 1 or a 2.
Well, the one thing about Virginia, capable of beating anyone, the people can beat them as well. We saw with the Green Bays. Oh, it's a
How did that go in?
He's in a scenario right now where they're making it tough for him to get the basketball.
Very few of his baskets are just on clean, open jumpers. He's got to create a lot of offense.
He had 28 last night in that game with Syracuse.
Parker inside, and it spins in for him, and Freeman caught it, and it was actually the foot of Turner. My mistake, the foot of Turner that was out of bounds when Freeman gave him the pass, so that means it's Duke ball again.
You know, Parker would have an easy layup, but he lost his timing on his step to the goal when the defensive player rotated on the floor.
Final minute of a very entertaining first half here in Greensboro.
Well, guys making shots. So many times. Oh, nice little 2-man play. Nice 2-man.
You thinking back to your days at the University of Detroit, not getting the respect of some of the big fellas?
Yeah, they never treat you like, I tried to get games with this guy Phelps down in Notre Dame. He said there's no roads to the Motor City from South Bend.
Whatever became of that guy?
I don't know. Is he in the studio?
7-point lead, Duke over State.
Go to a little zone right here. Tough to zone them the way they shoot.
Parker step back jumper over Anya. Into the championship game of the American Conference. Here Clemson and Duke in a quarterfinal matchup. The winner to take on NC State in the semis tomorrow afternoon. Virginia and Pittsburgh also through to the semifinals as well. Another impressive performance today by the Cavaliers.
The Cavaliers so balanced offensively. I think their depth is vastly underrated when you look at Anderson and Gill and what they're able to provide off the bench. A couple of times in the first half, the offensive putbacks by Gill separated the Cavs.
Cook the lob to Parker.
This season, playing well coming into the ACC tournament, continues to maintain that streak of good games.
Last 7 games for Hall, almost 13 points per. Duke goes over the top again. Hood with a slam.
Nice pass.
And Page. Johnson couldn't handle the pass, and Duke's got it.
Johnson wasn't ready for the pass.
Jefferson.
4-point turnaround. 4-point turnaround.
And how about the way he handled the ball against What a pass.
And what a rejection by Johnson.
Johnson's really playing well off that bench.
Extra pass from Dawkins to Cook. Cook finds Parker, steps behind the line, buries it.
Tell you what, Parker, look for that line. That was a big deuce right there. But that last basket by Cook, that was created off the drive and the penetration of Parker, showing his versatility.
North Carolina in that 1-2-2 zone.
Dawkins open.
Score a point, I believe. Is that right?
He did not. McAdoo did not score. Had the same kind of foul issues in that one. And North Carolina is going to have to be disruptive on the defensive end.
Can't stop him. It's in a total mismatch. It's an M&M.
For 120 points per 100 possessions. That is the second best in the country, behind only Creighton. And Jay, when they're clicking, when 4 or 5 different guys are playing well, Hood's been one of them tonight. They're tough to play with.
Right off that screen.
Got a great screen from McAdoo on that play. Can't seem to come up with stops here defensively.
Back to the zone, 1-2-2 after the made field goal.
Duke able to execute.
Tokido will drop down from the middle to try to clog up that middle.
Watch Parker flash to the middle. He's going to flash right in the middle, want the ball.
Cook to Suleiman. Boy, are they hot from beyond the arc in the second half.
Yeah,
Wake Forest has to continue to play with pace on missed shots. They have guys who can get out and finish. They're pretty athletic on their wings.
Emil Jefferson leans in. Too easy for Duke.
28, the first matchup.
There's a man behind that zone, Emil Jefferson.
Right, he can throw the ball, get a little lob inside.
Hood. Yes.
He's so effective once he gets into that lane. So efficient.
A lot of big guys are not used to that. And Plumlee was able to knock it away.
Rory Williams is going to have to go deeper into his bench. Desmond Hubert has come to the scorer's table. For Rodney Hood. Find. Jefferson kicks it back out. Dawkins for 3. Hook the rebound.
Can't allow guards to get rebounds like that.
Great cut by Parker, but a good find about
your club. Psychologically, when you got guys can step to the line, because it can be very depressing watching guys miss one after another.
So they started 1 for 8. They've made their last 4.
Let's see if Duke goes to Parker.
Cook will find him, and Parker will finish.
Parker working against Miller one-on-one. Pretty good defensive sequence there for Miller. But again, another offensive rebound. Shot differential. The ball did not hit the rim, so no recycle at the clock. 11-second differential. Dawkins. That's what happens. Poole Jr. with a little bounce in his step. Has come into the game and made a little bit of a difference in the second half at 65-48. Cook with the clock winding down, feeds Thornton for the 3. Too long.
Under 4 here in the first half. We're tied at 28. Duke with the basketball. Both teams shooting 50% beyond the 3-point line. Cook trying to penetrate, but nothing there for him. Shot clock's down to 3. Jones to drive, the one-hander, and it's going to roll in. He beat the shot clock.
Jabari Parker.
So the Andrew Wiggins chance.
Yeah, backfired.
Yep.
Yeah.
28, a career high for Parker.
You know who used to be the best at that? J.J. Redick. The more you abuse J.J. Redick on the road, the more threes that guy would find a way to drain.
It tells you about a player.
Yeah, no question.
And about character, I think, by and large. Wriggling in, Jefferson.
Some sterling play that are going to lift the spirits of the guys who are on the bench, and when they get back in the ball game, they pick up where it's left off. And that's one of the
last December, I believe it was. He reached into a bag to pull out a Duke t-shirt or a Duke jersey. I forget which it was, but there was some hesitation when he reached in the bag to pull it out. There's Andre Dawkins. He's been pulled.
Dandy, he's a prime-time performer. There's a look at that 2-3 zone. Take a look at it. There's some gaps right by the ACC, right there in the post. See, right there. That's where good things could happen.
And Plumlee will not look and turn to score. He's looking to dish, and great ball.
Can't leave him open, man. He and Dawkins, their eyes light up, man, like $50. Unbelievable if they get wide open.
Hood will silence the cracking for the lead.
I got to try to get an open look for Dawkins.
Benajay Keita into the game for the Orange. Parker spinning and hitting.
That's where I put him.
He said he knows this game will go down in history. And guys, he told me leading up to this game, it felt like leading up to the Final Four.
Shannon, thank you. Jefferson back in the game. Dawkins and Parker out. Jefferson in.
See, he's thinking just like what I was thinking. He got a stagger.
Boy.
Parker, big basket right there.
Boy. The minutes continue to tick away. Parker and Dawkins want to get back in, but they can't. There hasn't been a whistle.
Good ball movement.
And Thornton hits another one.
Thornton 3.
Suleiman pulls it out. Dawkins back in. Plumlee and Hairston have also returned. Really ducking in hard to be active. That's going to really occupy Zana in there. Dawkins, he's set for a three. That's just about a layup in this game. Cameron Wright couldn't connect with Talib Zana. Cook the other way. Hood's open again for three, and he doesn't miss that to go. Duke shooting 47% for the game. Shooting 50% from 3, 9 of 18. And off the inbounds play, it's Dawkins. Their side in the second half has been their inability over this stretch to be able to trade baskets. They haven't executed offensively either. Saw Jamie Dixon down the bench talking to his assistants, Brandon Knight, Barry Borson, looking for some help, some suggestions, some answers. They can't solve their problems right now. Shot clock under 10 for Duke. Cook, well guarded by Wright. There's Dawkins for three. 9-0 when he scores in double figures, and in his career they're 38-2. He's feeling it, and he should be. In the storied history of Blue Devils basketball, shot a higher percentage from three. I did not realize Christian Laettner is #1 on that list, 48.5% for his career. Langdon, Curry, and Battier, the others ahead of him. Laettner was not only a great player, he was a great shooter. How about this execution on offense and a chance for a three-point
Today.
Florida State immediately turns it over, trying to feed one of the big fellas. They got a lot of those guys. Dawkins right away knocks down a three. Boy, how about stepping into the game? 9 turnovers. The spin by Gilchrist. Not a good shot. And missed everything, and he shot it very quickly. Thornton left wide open, straight on. He drills it.
Firepower. Suleiman has all of a sudden has found his game.
Speaking of which, Rodney Hood.
Really no post presence at all. He's more an active 3 guy. Miami's got to find a way to get a little turnover and maybe can sneak out for a layup. Watch out, Duke players. They catch the ball and they immediately go into triple threat position. Square and face the basket.
Cook, backdoor cut to Hood.
They're executing.
Jefferson looks for some help with 12 to shoot. One-on-one in the post, kicks it back outside. Hood sets up Cook, the extra pass in the corner, and knocking it.
Oh, nice change of direction.
Blocked inside again. It was Jabari Parker. And Cook will pull it back outside.
Smart play right there. Parker really doing a great job on the glass. Kelly, that game against Miami, that was a little payback after being humiliated. He goes to 36 in a game where every point was needed. It wasn't like scoring 36 in a 25-point blowout.
The lob, throwdown by
All-American from Hampton, Virginia. Washington.
Got to make that. Cat on the loose. Nice look by the little guy.
Cook
Early.
Hood for three.
Offense. Murder. You got to get back.
Spence in the NFL championship chase on CBS tomorrow.
A great day, huh? Nice floater. He is really, I think, great offensive mentality.
Cook leading. Jefferson couldn't get it. Cook does. Parker
Quicker to the ball.
Excuse me, it was outside. It was Thornton who hit that.
Darion Atkins, who came into tonight, just 44% from the free throw line. Virginia staying in the game from the line. And the lob. Anderson could do it a little bit, but he's best suited to guard Jabari Parker, who I think is the most versatile big guy in the country.
It's a great matchup. Two scorers going at one another. Two pretty good defenders as well. 5-0, the Tigers. Already a third of the way of their output of the first half in the last game. Exactly. Here's Jefferson off the nice pass from Cook for the first Blue Devil basket. Their first five for the floor. To be in this game, Wes, in most games, they've got to have really good performances from Roper, Hall, and McDaniel. They can't afford subpar nights from either one of those guys. Cook trying to slide baseline. In the corner, Parker the three. Good. Here's Parker. I mean, just shoots 50% from the floor, 41% from three. And another one getting killed in that category. 2-point lead for the Blue Devils. Here's Cook. Slips it to Parker for the dunk. Just those 30 seconds makes a big difference over the course of 40 minutes. Boy, nice move, Hood. Filer on the drive, had it knocked away. They scramble for it. Loose ball out of there. Here's Cook. He's got Parker. He'll take it down. Parker put it up and in. The drought. And Noko continues to expand his offensive game. Noko's got 8 with 12 rebounds, Mike. He's off the floor. Jete has come back in for the Tigers. Cook. Foul line, lob for Jefferson. And he fights and scores to tie.
And right now, Georgia Tech's kind of gone small a little bit with forwards, small forwards out there along with Daniel Miller.
Yeah, at this spot, they've got Quentin Stevens now, who's 6'8" at the 4 spot, but he only weighs 184 pounds. Quinn Cook left his feet, nearly turned it over. Shot clock at 1. Suleiman off balance. Friendly touch for Rashid.
Coming time.
Jabari Parker has started this game 0 for 5. Is there a problem with the quality of looks he's getting?
I don't think so. I think, again, it's a young man who now may have a bit of a confidence crisis, not shooting the ball real well over the last couple of games. You know, last 3 games, just 16 for 43 field goal attempts.
All alone, Posey took a bump. And the loose ball's taken by Suleiman. He wants to push. Rodney Hood strikes it from deep. Sledding for Georgia Tech. Blue Devils have won 29 of 32 in the head-to-head matchup.
Once again, Brian Gravy telling his guys to step up, come on up, put pressure on him. Don't just let him stand there with the ball.
Hood again. Rodney. but not knocking him down when you get there. 0 for 6.
Well, when it's all said and done, they can't look at the discrepancy in the free throw line because they haven't made any. It's easy to say if you equal the amount of free throws that they would make any right now. It's Corey Zaitsev.
They usually get 15 points a game from the free throw line. Hood, he is perfect.
Effort by August, not able to convert, and solid job defensively by Josh Hairston on the post.
Cook makes his move. Outside, Hairston, book it.
What a point passing and tremendous discipline by the Irish here in the half court. And again, this game being played the way they want. 5-on-5 basketball, which makes it a little more difficult for Parker.
Parker, it's a 3.
Duke moving forward, knowing that he's a guy that's going to play the game, not just rely on his ability to make shots.
Second foul on Sherman. He's now on the bench. Parker, the quick release. Largest lead of the day for the Blue Devils. Air ball from Vistoria.
Mike Ray's scratching his head right now because, again, really.
Jabari Parker, who's 5th in the ACC in that category. Parker, a turnaround. Got it. Now Cook gets the steal. Has Parker.
Over the past 10 years, these are perennial NCAA tournament teams.
Dawkins off of the inbound. Unbelievable, this guy. That's his.
Been able to do is been able to teach that. The guys get better on the defensive end, but it doesn't start from day one.
Thornton tries a 3 and knocks it down. Set up some full court pressure a la Louisville.
Well, like you said, you got to make them to set it up, and right there they did kind of contain a little bit. They're talking about Rob Murphy being an assistant at Syracuse for 7 years, hence the 2-3.
And how about the opening bucket for the Dukies? Jabari Parker immediately in the scoring column. And here's a steal. Parker again.
For a coach.
A bucket gives Eastern Michigan the lead, but it gets blocked. Parker up ahead. Jefferson couldn't handle it. Extra pass, Dawkins, triple.
And test the Duke defense, transition defense getting back. He will go coast to coast if you allow him to. And if you're his teammate, you got to run with him because you know you're going to get the ball.
Here's Hood. Yes. Rodney Hood's first 3 of the game. He has 5. Here's Combs. Too strong, trying to answer with a 3 of his own.
Yeah, you got to recognize time and score situation. And
Parker lost it on the dribble. Here's Hood.
So that bad shot here, but you know, he's making the most of this graduate year.
Playing in his 120th game in a Duke uniform. Cook, here he is again. Dawkins. With 17 points. Ward had it blocked by Dawkins. Parker.
Krzyzewski continues to start Hairston and Thornton, experienced players and good glue guy defensive players as well.
Yeah, he really goes on it for the defensive edge right there, bringing those 2 on the floor. And then he counts out offensively the threesome of Hood.
Well, he is now 10 for 16 from three-point range on the season.
He was shooting 60% coming in this game. That's the lob of this UCLA team. Steve Alford's taking advantage of their athleticism and utilizing them properly to play in transition.
They are not ranked right now, looking for that first signature win and hoping tonight's the night.
Parker, he's a coach's dream, man. You dream. I know Tommy's old team is so close, but getting second and coming close doesn't count in recruiting.
Again, almost everything for Duke right now coming from the perimeter ever since UCLA went to the zone.
You have no post presence at all. None.
Using a lot of clock again, searching for a good look. Ball in his hand so much more this year, obviously, with the departure of Larry to the second, and Anderson's in such a comfort zone this year.
Well, the ball should be in his hands. There's no doubt about it.
Duke taking the air out of the ball a little bit here.
So they do this usually when you get down to this part of the game. Spread the court, get great spacing, force almost a foul.
Nearly stolen.
This one of the top players not only in the Big Ten but in the country. Matt Jones and Tyler Thornton did an exceptional job on him defensively, making sure they stayed stuck to his hook.
Cook found the loose ball.
One of the things Mike Krzyzewski told us that they pay attention to.
And Charles Southern. So this team was projected preseason 5th in that conference last year, and they finished 2nd in the South Division.
Dawkins. Tremendous job staying efficient on the offensive end when they don't turn it over. Hairston all alone.
3.5 to 1 assist to turnover ratio. Very solid job right there by Andre Dawkins, just being completely vertical, not leaning in, not letting contact be created, and this is what he does.
I don't know what it did to get them ready for Duke.
Well, that's one of their main challenges right there.
Vermont obviously thought different of that and nearly upset Duke here at Cameron 3 weeks ago. Jabari Parker.
It's going to be a process for him as well. He's never had to be as locked in defensively like he's had to be over these last games.
Here it is again. That people anticipate and expect.
Hood over LeVert, too strong. The rebound down to Thornton, and a fresh 35 for Duke.
And that's one of the dilemmas for Duke, rebounding the basketball.
Michigan, good rebounding numbers. Duke has very average at best rebounding numbers to this point of the season. Not a big team. Parker, strong. Michigan, Robinson as well, and John Horford comes into the game for the first time. Hood knocks down the jumper.
What a great family. Mom and Dad, as classy as can be.
Dan Shulman, Dick Vitale with you at Cameron Indoor Stadium. The Big Ten ACC Challenge. The ACC up 3-0 so far, and Duke leading here in a low-scoring game. Neither team executing particularly well offensively. They're up by 5.
And both clubs doing a great job denying offensive transition. Really doing a terrific job defensively in transition.
And Duke more than holding its own on the glass so far. Hood from the corner. Kick it back out to him. He'll step in. Take a contested long 2. Tough shot. And here come the Blue Devils. Cook. Hairston.
Any advantage going inside. Look at this kid come back defensively.
Jefferson beats went around him and laid it in. It's again a 7-point game, and now Duke can hold for the final shot of the half.
I like the way you described the big body, the screen, and he utilized it to perfection. LeVert has picked up his game. I see a little bounce down the step of Michigan. For that zone, now a 1-3-1 zone.
And a staple for John Beilein over the years, wherever he's been.
Yeah, especially in West Virginia. Pushing the ball. Smart. Push the ball.
LeVert, tough shot. And Duke ball.
Tried to create a foul situation.
Cook. Bounce pass Parker. Yes. Plumlee both into the game and now for Duke. Jordan Morgan in for Michigan. LeVert to drive. Rejected by Plumlee.
What a plus by Plumlee right there with the block shot.
Yep.
That's that size.
Cook lobs it up for Plumlee.
Oh, I think of the Michigan football team. And I think what they did on Saturday, I salute Brady Hoke. I would play for that guy any day of the week, going for the win at the end against the Buckeyes. A terrific move. It didn't work, but I'm telling you, Brady, you're my kind of guy.
What a crazy day of college football. And how about this Saturday night?
Wow.
Duke and Florida State for the ACC.
Put it on the floor and get to the basket.
Gabe York is into the game now for Arizona as well. He's having a terrific season this year. Quick shot for Suleiman.
So right there, he's got to score the ball.
By the way, T.J. McConnell, 6 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal, and only 1 turnover in 19 minutes in the first half. Hood, who started the game quickly. Dean Eastern from Cameron. Big Ten ACC challenge.
He hesitated right there, Johnson. He had himself a layup, but he hesitated. Nice speed.
Behind the back to Parker.
Are you kidding me?
Grant's tenure, only Kentucky and Florida have more wins in the S5. They're 5 for 8 since from beyond the arc.
Well, just in every really major category, they're ahead in this game, and that's certainly why they're ahead in the game as far as the score is concerned. They have good patience, too. You know, they're going to move the ball around. They've got a lot of time.
Mike Krzyzewski's got to love seeing nice feed inside.
And the coaching staff saying they want to start early. They don't want to play from behind. They want to get a lead and try to control the pace of this game.
Parker from the baseline.
They're shooting the ball well, especially from the three-point line, under 30%.
Coming off a loss Thursday at Wagner, where Vermont went 0 for 12 from deep. Parker. And it really has for Vermont, if you consider their numbers coming in. That was an air ball from Apfel. Vermont shot just 39% in their loss to Wagner last time out. Hood, a triple for Rodney. 5, step back in a hurry. That's the second time the Crazies have impacted a rush shot from Vermont. Cook changes speeds, finds Hairston inside. Even though he's led the team in assists and rebounds every year, he's been on campus.
He's so strong. He can get anywhere he wants. You got to elevate. When you're 5 feet from the basket, you got to knock that one down.
Cook probes, finds space, finds Dawkins. Another 3.
Coach knows their team. Coach Becker said, we're getting good shots. We just got to make them. On that possession, that was a good shot.
Jabari Parker, mid-range game. He's got that, but it falls off the rim, and his counterpart, Quinn Cook, will set the offense for Duke.
This has been a blistering pace. Duke is on pace to score 100 points. Vermont on pace to score over 90 points. Keep an eye on if they can keep this pace, where you can see a little swagger from Carissimo. Coming down confident. He's not deterred by the pressure that Cook is trying to put on him. Good patience by Duke.
Parker steps back. Can't tip it in. They allowed 7 offensive rebounds in the first 11 minutes last night to Duke. The freshman Parker. Cook finds Jefferson. Little lucky there.
You win the CIT, maybe East Carolina could start to generate some momentum as a program.
It was their first winning season in 14 years. Rodney Hood for his first triple.
So East Carolina, they've switched a couple times now into their zone, into their man, just doing what they can to keep Duke off balance.
Height advantage for Parker, guarded by the 6'5" Williams. When Cook in the paint, 5 different Blue Devils have contributed to the perfect start.
And I think the guards have got to help this Duke team rebound. And Cook is a terrific rebounder from the spot. Nice.
Parker from the base. Carolina has been a come-from-behind team. That 17-point comeback last night against Norfolk State was their 3rd such comeback within the last calendar year. Parker! A Akeem Richmond is a great shooter, but he's only 6 feet tall, has a hard time getting the shots off sometimes. Out front to Dawkins. Campbell gets by his guy, but can't finish. Rodney Hood. East Carolina, they won it by 2 thanks to a 23-4 run to close the game.
They worked so hard this morning to shoot around East Carolina, doing everything hard on the offensive end. It has translated to this game.
Hood saw a crease.
1-2-1-1 that was effective against Norfolk State last night. They'll be opportunistic with traps.
Pull it out. Cook feeds Hood instead. Injury to Will Weeks, a knee injury for the sophomore from Charlotte. They're also without Trenton Meyer, who's out with an ankle injury. So shorthanded tonight for the Bulldogs. Do it. I'm going to go teach that ball boy how to get off the floor. Jabari Parker inside.
And I've watched 2 of their practices, and he is not shy. He likes to shoot it, and he's a competitor. 5'10" in high school, scored a ton of points.
Second leading all-time scorer in the state of Virginia.
In my estimation, is a shot guards simply must have in this day and age.
Cook, beautiful find, and Ojale draws the 4th on the Matha product. Takeaway by Parker. Cook will give it up. Here we go.
Wants to get a quick timeout. Trap fires away. Too strong. Hood took it himself. And he gets Kansas with 6. And well from distance, talking about FAU. How soon do you think Mike Jarvis has to dial that into his offense?
I think it's critical because 35% of their shots were from 3.
Morrow, tough shot. Rebound to Hairston.
Initially, wonderful ball screen defense by Duke.
Dawkins in transition. Tony knocks down a triple. He has 12 points. That's his second three-pointer of the night.
He's one of 2 guys that can score the ball against anybody for Florida Atlantic. He and Sokolja.
Parker wide open from distance. Yes.
But pretty good move by a 7-footer.
He's a transfer from Baylor out of Bosnia. There's the lob. And Parker finishes.
Wow. Take it as deep into the lane as he did on that possession.
Parker. And they work a little clock coming up on 10 seconds on the shot clock. And a beautiful sweeping left hand.
There for him.
Couple of 2s going at it. Quinn Cook and Marquand Botley. Here's Parker. Make it 21.
47 points per game between them. Another Duke turnover, but they get it back. Shot clock did not reset. Wide open. Corner 3, Rodney Hood.
Wiggins really asserted himself offensively.
Think he was told to do that at halftime?
I think he knows within himself. He knows what the game, the trend is going. He sees the performance of Parker.
Lob.
Oh, look at those hands. Don't count out North Carolina. I want to see them at full force. I want to see them with all their parts. I think they're going to have a big year out of North Carolina on McAdoo. And Page.
Wiggins on the bench right now for Kansas. Parker in the game for Duke. Cook is back into the point for the Blue Devils. Lobs it up and the finish.
Parker off the fake beyond the 3. Yes! With a kick out here for Gibbs, and it's way too strong. Rebound tip to Cook. Quickly down the lane, looking for a cutter. Great give, Thornton. He lays it in, and he'll go to the line for 3 points.
That is going to be athletic and pressure and try to be like the vintage Duke teams that scare you a little bit with their defense. Once they get there, you've got to be able to use the deck wisely. Good drive.
Jump shot, long one from Sullivan. Davidson, a team with plenty of experience. They also have 5 walk-ons on the Wildcat roster. Sullivan off the fake. Under 4 left in the opening half on opening night. Parker on the baseline. Finds Cook. Nice swing here. Thornton got the 17-1 in the Southern Conference last year. Duke would go 14-4 in the ACC, second place behind Miami, and advance to the Elite 8, losing to the eventual national champion Louisville. Shot clock at 15 now for Duke. Parker with a catch and shoot, and drills in a 3-point.
We're going to defend that. Not the case. There's a steeper learning curve with this group.
Duke with the basketball, leading by 19. Talk about Parker being brand new as a freshman. But as a sophomore, he was with the Duke team last year in practice. Last year, so it's going to be a very impressive win any way you cut it for Duke. It will also be the 16th consecutive win over Davidson here at Cameron Indoor for the Blue Devils. Cook gives it up. Hood lofts it up. Got it.
When I was watching them work and break down guard to post, Parker's going to work hard, and athletically he can cover some flaws defensively, but that's something where he'll show tremendous growth here this year.
Another 3-pointer.
Those things tend to bleed down to the college level eventually, and you're seeing that now. We've already seen it several times in this game, and it's going to be a big adjustment for teams because, especially a team like Duke that wants to get out and pressure, you've got to do so without fouling. As Matt Jones, a sweet shooting freshman,
they will be way out of sorts.
But also be out of players by about halfway through the first half.
Absolutely.
As Quinn Cook inbounds to Rodney Hood, who does a really nice, not only at this level, but also with USA Basketball. He does not like to say things like that unless he truly believes it. It's not that he's just blowing smoke. As Quinn Cook with a real nice look to Emil Jefferson.